Hi YouTubers, this is part 11. Not necessarily on the mast itself, but it's on the jig. This is the first part of the mast you'll build, and then that's part A, and make part B. Part B, I noticed it's not necessarily that dimension. You'll have to fit to size. I had to trim some off. This is the mast part that you've built already, sitting on the block. And then they tell you to go ahead and put this jig together. And that's what we're concerned about right now. Making that jig will support F and G pieces, and I used a 3/8 inch dowel to go ahead and make this bend. Just put the dowel in the vise and bend it around it and got the radius correct.
Hey YouTubers, we're working on the mast. It says see figure 62, page 121. So we skipped over to page 1863 and made the block of wood like they said, constructed the mast, and now we're working on the jig. Take a look at this. So here's our jig, and the instructions they have, including the diagram, they have only use one hole, but I've got two holes in mine, which makes it a lot better. Make sure you draw a center line down the center of it to hook up with this line right there. And take a look at this. So I'm getting ready to go ahead and mount these guys, which were previously made just a little while ago. And if we line up the lines like that, this in no way you're going to be able to fit those pieces in. And so I measured from here to here. It's 7/16 of an inch. So I'm going to have to cut 7/16 of an inch off the bottom, both sides, and reglue the whole jig back again in order to go ahead and to make these fit. So here it is after shaving 7/16 of an inch off the bottom and making that little curve as needed. And as you can see, that'll fit right there. And the top, that'll fit right there. Just glue it back together again. Let's see what we'll find out.
Well, after cleaning everything up, cutting that 7/16 of an inch off on both sides here, gluing everything back together, a little sanding, my guess was right. Here's where that would go. These pieces here. And of course you have the other one here will correctly line up, and I went ahead and drew a line down here on the bottom where that sits. See? Not too bad, huh? These two measurements on F and G have to be precise. Measured this several times, and I got 9/16 of an inch. This is where it has to be cut here. It must be measured up to there. And then on F is just slightly over an inch from here to here. And if you measure on the jig, it matches. Good luck.
I know you're probably wondering why I haven't put the push pins in yet. It's because there were some other measurements that need to be taken, and so I decided to go ahead and just wait, because in fact I had to trim another 1/16 of an inch off this piece here to make things sure that they worked, and sanded it, and now I can go ahead and drill out the piece of wood and put my push pins back in and get the jig ready to go to glue it on pieces F and G.
This is the end result. F and G turned out pretty good. And as you can see, you can do it any other way, but I chose to do it their way, with the exception of cutting about 7/16 of an inch off on these sides and making it work. Now on the instructions, page 22, note the jig will hold the two parts in place while the glue dries. 295 cement braces H to the bottom of F. We're talking about these guys here. You'll need two, and this is what we're talking about right here. And it says just to keep the jig on while you're waiting for the glue to dry for those pieces. Well, we removed the jig. Everything looks pretty good. The rest is pretty rudimentary, so just follow the directions, follow the instructions and the figures, and your mast will come out pretty darn good. Maybe a lot better than mine. I appreciate you guys looking. Hope you guys have a good day. Thank you very much.